Hello, hello, hello. It says I'm alive. Or live, sorry. I'm alive also, but it didn't say that. So, hello. My name is Hart. I'm a person with disabilities, primarily invisible disabilities. I do various things with my time. I mean, I'm disabled, so I don't have a job. I'm on a fixed income, blah, 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 blah. But I do things with my time, mostly online stuff. But if I were to wear one hat, which I do not, but if I were to wear one hat, oh, wait. Let me see here. Hello and welcome. And welcome. Oop, why does it say that? Feel free to comment. Please and thank you. Thank you. Hello, hello, hello. Anybody there? Sorry, I gave my intro and then I went, oh, I forgot about the comments. So I'm getting Nightbot up and running. So let's see here. Do you follow March Madness? Either women's or men's? There, that should get it going. 5:52. Oh. Oh. Not all the Nightbot will be that's really bright. Is there anything I can what can I do about that? That screen. But now I can't see anything. Okay, so anyway, I'm gonna try. Yeah. Anyway, I'm trying to get back into the swing of doing StreamYard and YouTube and live streaming and things like that. I'm with my disabilities. I'm quirky and idiosyncratic, but I have challenges too with my disabilities. The example I use is if I use StreamYard every single day for 2 years, and then suddenly I took off for a week, I would totally forget how I did anything. So that's a little extreme, but that's just to make the point. So there's one of my Nightbots. Woo-hoo-hoo. And a lot of them aren't really, there's 2 of them. Some are I've updated and some I haven't, so I apologize for that. Please watch the newer YouTube Shorts, Facebook page Reels, and Instagram Reels produced by StreamYard. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. JoeHart, PwD's. I haven't made many of those recently. Then please feel free to watch along. Oh, this is Formula One. Hopefully, though. Sorry, not Formula One now. Formula One now. Whew! That's a lot of them. Let's see here. Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels, YouTube Shorts, and then my other account, YouTube Shorts. So I think, I mean, a year and a half, 2 years ago, when I was doing this pretty often and trying to stay up to date and stuff, those four things were the only things you could do for recorded videos. I mean, I shouldn't say it. Shorts, or I don't know. I don't use the right words, so don't try to correct me, but you can try. Sure, yeah, sure, go ahead. So this says, want to join Discord chat notice server? That's the Discord. I think that's still current. I don't know. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. See a pattern there. JoeHart, PwD's, Invisible Disabilities. Notice and bots. This is, I haven't really updated this, but they were really cool at the time. But, you know, ping cord was awesome. Tweet shift bot covered Twitter. Still searching for a good solution for LinkedIn notice. Discord and Nightbot app, Invisible Disabilities. JoeHart, PwD's. So maybe I'll, whoa, god damn. Woo-hoo-hoo. So if you ever stop by and you want to say hello, that would be great. I'd appreciate that. JoeHart from Vermont, person with disabilities, primarily invisible disabilities. I'm just reading all my Nightbots because that's what all I have so far. So this is, hi, while my streams are smaller and intimate, I'll be off screen, won't see comments and y'all when you enter and exit. To edit, update with Nightbot, Discord, pin cord, tweet, shift, etc. Thank you. That's probably not as current. That's a different. You enter and exit. Golly, I don't know why. Those are two really similar. They're two different ones. Sorry about my repeating. Hi, while my streams are smaller and intimate, I'll be off screen. Won't see comments and y'all when you enter and exit. Discord, blah, 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 blah. Working on this. This is not current. Working on next week's schedule and other projects. Joe's off screen for the most part with tweets and Nightbot and other miscellaneous, etc. Thank you for your patience and understanding. Yet I will be staring at the screen, wanting as many comments from people, other real people besides me, other real people. Breaking news, late breaking news. What the fuck is there? That's a colon. Okay. Breaking news, late breaking news, special report, news flash, current issue, broadcasters, feel warrants. What? Broadcasters feel warrants, interruption of scheduled program, current news to report details. Yeah, fuck. I don't know what I'm writing. What the hell am I doing? What the hell? Okay, so let's see here. Present our invite. No. Share screen. I think that's what I want to do. Holy moly. That's not what I want. I don't know where I went. Yeah, let's take that off. Remove. Woo! I guess I'm going to go see what I can share. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Phew, I'm a rusty here. So let's see here. I forget how to do all this. So yeah, I'm probably going to try to share stuff. It's things aren't real clear to me this time. But yeah, hello. Let everybody feel free to let me know when you're here, or if you wanted to just say hello, or long time no see. I did invite a few people, but I didn't give them much notice, and I'm not real active in many people's lives. So I'm thinking this will be a pretty minimal screen. I'm just trying to get acclimated to various things I do here. But anyway, I'm Joe Hart, person with disabilities. Yeah. Let me go. Let me see what I. Oh, go. Remove that. Okay, so stop screen. Let's see here. So yeah, let me try to find. I thought I could find it the last time, but I didn't find it. I'm gonna try to find new tab. I bet that's it. Nope. What the heck is that? Well, I made there it is. That might be it. Nope. That might be it. It's not showing anything. La li la. I have too many tabs open. I have them set up a certain way on my screen, and I try to remember the order of everything, but they save them a different way. So I'm trying to, but it's not in the order, and the descriptions aren't really clear of what it is. I had the two, whatever they're called, the March Madness brackets, and that might be, something to. Sorry, guys. Hoo. Yeah, that's not the page I had open. I had it by itself, and so it covered the whole screen. And if I reduced it, blah 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 blah. You know what I mean, don't you? Okay, so please feel free, watch along. Trying to share stuff from YouTube. Not easy to do or remember for me. Okay. Now, I guess I need to find that screen. Let's see here. I forget what you all see versus what I see. Maximize. Ooh, that's tough to read. Remove. So it's 6:10 right now. The game starts at 6:40. I don't have it on any of my screens right now. Of course, I can't show any of those screens. But seems like I would just need to Hello, viewer. Hello, viewer. Maybe it's Francis. Is that the viewer? Woo! Post it. Woo, woo, woo. There's a couple more. Sharing a couple of things. Well, I have one thing I wanted to. There's a couple of people I've invited. One person in particular, I'm excited to see all three of them. One of them in particular seemed, they seemed to, we used to, we were pretty good friends, and because of my disability, I can't usually always keep it clear how to do stuff, and so he seemed to really want to help me, and he liked, that I used them, for tech support. So one of the things I was going to ask him is how to. There's this one streamer that I like to watch that when he goes live, his Discord sends a notification to all his followers, which he has tens of thousands. I have 7. But it would go out. He would have an early notification or early something. There was a message before he went live, and then a message that he went live. Wow, there's a lot of red alerts. Holy moly! Sorry, I'm watching that too. I'm watching a lot of things. Ooh, let me get. I need to jot things down here. Less than 617. So I just manually, I don't really understand my Discords, but I have a couple different things. A general chat. I tried to learn it, and it was really hard because there was someone help. Discord's strange. It appears that you got to be careful. I guess if you don't know much about Discord, but you set up a server, people that are helping you can set it up so that they're in charge, and I'm not in charge. And that didn't happen, but there did seem to be a couple. It was weird. It was a weird thing. So anyway, so there's a couple different things. Hey, maybe I can. We'll do a little Discord talk. What do we got? 6:19. The game starts at 6:40. So that's 21 minutes. So I definitely want to have that on. And I'm sure they're going to have pregame stuff. Let me get that going. Ooh, the postman. What's that? 6:19? 3:19? What the F is all that for? Football, basketball. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, golly gee. $450 to $7. I missed Caitlin Clark, I think. Yeah, it looks like that's her. Yeah, I missed that game. It's fourth quarter with 8 minutes and 3 seconds to go. So I missed most of it. Yeah, buddy. Okay. So U.S. is ahead of Spain 71-54 with 7 minutes and 1 second to go. New red alert. Samaria. Woo, doggy. Should I? Come on. And I apologize all my Hebrew that I don't know about. I can't read it and I can't speak it. And so I ought not even try. Who cares? So it appears from my YouTube, I'm sure I get blocked and shadow banned and I get a bunch of stuff. But my YouTube on my iPhone, I'm sure it's different if I'm on a laptop, but I can share to Reddit, Facebook, X, Facebook Messenger, I think, mail, messages, and then more. And then the more, which it might be repeat, airdrop, messages, mail, Discord, LinkedIn, reminders, Facebook. So so I pulled up Discord again, even though I've already shared it to 3 people. And by the way, I'm just always testing new things. The game starts at 6:40, which is in 16 minutes. I was planning to put it on, but then I just found out, which I turned it on, I turned my TV on a couple of minutes ago, and I just discovered I missed Caitlin Clark. So I'm watching the last little bit of that. There's 5 minutes and 7 seconds left. So I'm sure that won't be done before 6:40. So I will have to switch channels. Now you usually do multi-view and stuff, but I want to watch this game. I'm OCD, and because it's the first game of the first 4 of the first March Madness, the women start tomorrow, men start tonight. So this is the first. I definitely don't want to miss that. I think if I missed it, then I'd be in a funk and not want to do the rest of the March Madness. I'm weird with my OCD. So, like I said, I'm planning to put it on a full scale. I'm going to probably turn off my other YouTube stuff going on and just focus on the game. There's two games tonight, 6:40 and 9:15, I think it is. Anyway, so if I were to share this to Discord, which I did, there's stream notifications, LITW, and I can't read the rest, JoeHart server. I guess that's where I was supposed to send it. And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4 people that that are in my, I don't know. I'm invited to accept people. I don't know what it's called. If you're friends or, and then there's a few Japanese GP. The next Formula One race is Japan. So that means that was 2 years ago right now that I have not done this. And then feeder series, and then main text chat. Community hangouts, don't know what that is. Trivia, holy shit, I don't know why I did that. And then general, Formula E and FIA Formula E. And then lobby chat, don't know what that is. prayers for community hangouts, general chat, the Commons. We have a newspaper called The Commons, which I have wanted to communicate with in the last couple of years. But I think that means something else. I think it just means the Commons, like it's where everybody would communicate or something like that. Game is at 6:40 p.m. EST on True TV. Where is that motherfucker? UMBC and Howard. UMBC versus Howard. Excuse my French. I didn't mean to. That's an apostrophe. Games apostrophe. Game apostrophe yes is at 6:40 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on True TV. UMBC versus Howard. And then I don't know what TNT. It looks like Caitlin Clark's on TNT. Spain versus United States. It's from 4:50 to 7. It won't go to 7, I don't think, but it won't be over before 6:40. Anyway, it's 3 minutes and 30 seconds. It might be over before my game starts. That would be nice. But I'm too distracted. I'm working on too many different things. So I will probably watch the game start, maybe try to do a couple more sharings and stuff, and then I might transition to something else. So I'm just trying to get my feet wet. I'm just trying to figure out what my topics are going to be, how to do all this stuff. I don't know how to do overlays. I used to do panels, and I used to really like panels, and I would have topics that would merit a panel. But I never figured out how to do overlays. What is this? What's up? Just a. Hey, I'm Joe Hart from Vermont. I'm a person with disabilities, primarily invisible disabilities. I wear a lot of hats. I do online stuff. It was just a test, really, but it's a watch along for the March Madness game that starts at 6:40. Starts in 11 minutes. So yeah, it's nothing too exciting. But yeah, that's game apostrophe yes. So games, and then I did is. Boy, that's 2 typos for the same thing. So games at 6:40 p.m., which is 11 minutes, I think. Yeah, 11 minutes Eastern Standard Time on True TV. UMBC versus Howard. That's for the men's. The men's March Madness starts tonight. The women's March Madness starts tomorrow night. There's 68 teams in either or both. Anyway, I used to have things. I used to have panels, but I did. Funny, you should come in. But I've never figured out how to do overlay. And so far I've been quite lucky. I guess people are telling me I've been quite lucky with my panels of not having to need to use an overlay. But hopefully I will try to figure out how to do an overlay either before, during, or after I start doing panels. Bunch of red alerts. Bunch. 20, 40, 60. No, a bunch. 80, over 100. There's a bunch of red alerts. Golly, that's some intense stuff. So what do we got here? So we have thank you to Sifa, Daisy, and his crew, B, Neil Mudd, and everybody. I really appreciate all your time and support. See you soon. Blah, blah, blah. And what's this? Please follow me on everything I have, but I think this focuses on Twitter. Please follow me on my 3 Twitter accounts. My main one is NASC Hart Inc. NASCHARTINC. Oh, my one dude left. And then JoeHart 901. There's a million Joe Harts, a million famous Joe Harts. So obviously I couldn't just be Joe Hart. But yeah, there's 3 or 4 rather famous Joe Harts. Someday I hope to be a rather famous Joe Hart, but I'm not now. And then the third is Ray Great Zambini. I created that account and I was going to save it for Jack White, but Jack White has not wanted it, so I still have it. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. What do we got? 6:32, 8 minutes until the game. 58 seconds for my little baby. Sorry, that was inappropriate. Why is it doing this? Why doesn't it move? Are those still all my reels? Yes. I haven't done any of these, but I used to do them pretty often. But Instagram Reels, Facebook page Reels, YouTube Shorts, and that's 2 accounts. Both of them doing shorts. Please feel. Why does it keep showing the Formula One? Let's go back over to there. Sorry, let me go to feel for, what is that? Watch along? Is that a W? I think it's a watch along. Please feel free. Where is it? Where do you disable it? Oh, shit. Gosh darn. Karmsky! Where'd you go, Karmsky? Okay. What do we got? 6 minutes. Looks like Caitlin Clark is done. It appears. They're putting black hats on. I didn't really follow this whole series with the USA team, but yeah, and I missed like the first 1 or 2 games, and then I tried to catch the next 2, and then I may have missed the next one. Anyway, I think this is the last one or something. It's called a boarding pass. We own the game. USA. I don't know what's going on. Qualified. USA qualified. I don't know what that means. What the hell that mean? Okay, this really. I have this fingernail that's not doing what I want it to do. Okay. $6.36. So let's see here. So got 4 minutes. I guess I'm going to switch over to the other channel. True TV. I don't think I ever have StreamYard on my big TV. And when I say big, I mean small. Not big like what everybody else has, but yeah, I don't know what it is. Probably 32 or 27 or something like that. UD Arena. I planned to go there. I didn't. I'm kind of bummed. I was going to go cover the 2 games tonight for sure. And then I was kind of decide going to stay in UD Arena for tomorrow night's 2 games or drive to North Carolina, which I think was 6.5 hours from UD. So this is UMBC Retrievers 24-8 against Howard Bison 23-10. And then they will pick what? I guess they play Michigan. Saturday. I'm confused. So. So Jalike King, Ace Valentine, DJ Armstrong Jr., Josh, Jose Roberto versus Cam Gillis, Alex Cotton, Bryce Harrison, Cedric Taylor third. Okay, so that was UMBC Retrievers. Okay, that was done. Jenny Dell is on the TV. She looks like, who's that really small actress? Pitch Perfect, that woman. That was a pretty tight schedule. I didn't get to read all of it, but so it looks like the game's about ready. It is 6:40, so they usually start within a minute or two. So who is this? UMBC. UMBC versus Howard. So my iPhone says 6:41, and they're starting to come to the center of the court. They're still adjusting shirts and shorts and stuff like that. I guess they're not really shaking each other's hands. That used to usually happen. Okay. Ref has the ball, and he's looking attentive toward throwing the ball up. I'm hoping it'll be within a minute. It's still 6:41. Throw it quick. He's about to throw it. Boom, it's still 641. Probably barely, but it did start at 641. I think my TV used to be real delayed for some reason. I'd be watching NASCAR races with other people and they'd be like, oh, so and so won, and I'm like, what? I still have a half a lap or a whole lap or whatever. And but there's something about my YouTube TV and about my TV, and you had to make settings so that there wasn't a built-in delay, that it could be as live as possible. And as we all know, I hope everybody knows, that there is no live. Nothing is live. If you are at NBC and you own NBC and you're filming the game on NBC and you're watching the game there and you're at the game live and everything's NBC and you own every entity, it's still not live. Nothing is live. So they're already shooting a foul shot. Okay. UMBC first on the board, 1.1 foul shot. So I know this is a 16 seed against a 16 seed. Now UMBC won 8 straight games. Boy, they put it on the screen and then they move it so quickly. You really got to be just staring at the screen, and then my mind doesn't work that quick. You know, I need someone to say, hey, we are about to put something on the screen in the lower left-hand corner now. And then I read it. But if I'm just looking at my TV, I don't always see everything that suddenly appears on the screen. And by the time I see it, they're taking it off. So it's kind of weird. So anyway, the game has started. It's on True TV. It's a 16 seed versus a 16 seed. Not the most exciting thing in the world. As I said before, I'm OCD. And this is the first game of either March Madness. This is the first game of the men's basketball March Madness, and the women starts tomorrow. And if I had either missed this or came to it an hour late or something like that, because my OCD, I'd be in a funk and I'd be like, no, I'm giving up. I'm not going to watch the March Madness. F it. I missed a part of it, so I'm not going to watch it. And I'm pretty serious with that, but I can laugh. We can laugh. We can go, ha, 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 ha. He is telling the truth. Uh-oh, Howard's on the board. Wait, it's 4-1. They're shooting. Howard got their second point. Oh, my goodness. They're showing people on the side of the not field. What are those things called? Side of the court. Oh, the ball got stuck. Ball got stuck in up in the rim. So it is currently 4-2. UMBC's ahead by 4. Howard's behind by 2. And Howard's got the ball. They shoot, they make it. So it's tied 4-4 with 21 seconds to go. 18 minutes, 21 seconds to go. So I think what I'm going to do wait a minute. I think I'm going to take care of this real quick. Hey. Anybody out there? So anyway, just usual introductions. I'm JoeHart. I'm a person with disability, primarily invisible disability. Yeah, so let me take care of this thing right here. Six to 4, Howard's ahead. Okay. What I think I'm going to do So I think I'm going to try to share, what's it called? Present or invite. So I'm going to try to present various pictures. I did a stream whenever, a week or two ago, and I successfully shared something that I could read and others could read, and I haven't had that success tonight yet. I've brought 2 pages up and neither one of them were sufficient. So I think I'm going to just walk through several of them. And I think every time it says, click here to present or invite. So anyway.
Something went wrong. Please try again.
Stop. Okay. So Howard 9, UMBC 4. UMBC missed it. So anyway, okay, I'll talk through the steps that I do, which I usually do when I have a huge room. And I like to do it. It helps me to stay centered and in case I'm clicking the wrong thing, one of the experts out in the audience would go, no, don't do that, Joe. So it's something I like to do. Anyway, what I want to find out when I go through this the second time is, do all the pages come up in the exact same order every time? And if it's the same order every time, I just want to go the first and the second and the third and the fourth and the fifth and just go down. And I have a bunch of them. I don't know if it's all these, but let's see what I got open on this. All the tabs open on this laptop now. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 22. I have 22 tabs open on this laptop now. I don't think all of those are up there, but I think most of them are up there. And I'm hoping one of them will look good. Also, I think after I do it 21, 22 times, I'll go, oh yeah, that's the wrong button. I'm supposed to hit something else. So anyway, I'm going to step through it. So I'm going to click on present or invite and then share screen. And then I don't think I've ever done my second monitor. I did finally get a second monitor, but I don't think I've shared to it yet. So yeah, it's dashboard, men's March, men's college, X. Let's just try. I don't want dashboard. So let's see here. I got 2 Maximize. That's one. What's this? Yeah, there are 2. I don't know if you all see that, but for me, it's now on my entire screen. I don't know if I remove the screen, why that's not stopping the screen. I have to do different things. Okay, I didn't say every word I was clicking. I usually do it annoyingly, but I ready or not, here I come. 2. Wow, they certainly don't put ugly people in movies, do they? I mean, not everybody. I guess, some characters they want. Okay, so let's see here. Present, share screen. Okay, I'm going to do those 2 maximums. This is maximum within the little screen, and then this does the whole screen. I don't know if it does it for you, but in 3, 2, 1, this will cover my entire screen. Does it cover your, most of it? Yeah, I can't read those. I can't read those. That's horrible. If I could do one thing in life, I would love to be the ADA cop for everybody's websites and everything else they have online of what they're not doing correctly. These MFers, the name of the schools are all grayish. It's not a bright black, it's grayish. And then it becomes real fuzzy when you make it bigger. So yeah, I can't read any of those schools. I mean, it's too frustrating for me, but I'm sure I could read 3 or 4 of them if I tried really hard. Okay, remove. And then stop screen. I don't know why. Why do I have to do that? Why? Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna. Screen sharing tips. Screen sharing is easiest with 2 monitors. Screen sharing works best on a good computer. Well, F you, I don't have any. Some screens let you share audio. Look for the share audio checkbook on the next window. Follow these steps to share a video with the share screen. There are a ton of words on that little box that popped up, and none of them really tell you how to share to 2 monitors. Why do they do that? That's what I mean. That kind of stuff. I would love. And I am OC. I don't have a job. I'm disabled. I'm on a fixed income. I do stuff, but I also have OCD, so I can drill down on a lot of things. And so there was one time where I did try to research those kind of jobs, if they existed, and what they would be called, and who cares, who hires those kind of people. So I didn't get real far, but I think it got pretty far. I think it got a job description and things like that. So anyway, if one of my friends ever hear me talking about it and they go, yes, I know what that job is. Ouch. I've got stuff that are just peeling, or not peeling. It's not coming off. I have stuff on my head that won't go away. It's been there for months. That's not a good sign. If it doesn't get better, it doesn't get worse, and it doesn't disappear, those are the things we usually check out. But anyway. Okay, so during the first half with 12 minutes, it's a timeout. Oh, it just started back. So 12 minutes and 4 seconds now that it's moving. Howard, UMBC has the ball. They're down 11-19 to Howard. So Howard has been the strongest so far in this game ever since we started. Let's see if they moved. Ah, it did move. I think Commands was first and then March Madness. Guess I need to take that Nightbot down. I mean, if I ever really want to show stuff on my screen. What the hell is all that stuff? Hello and welcome to all. Please comment and mention platform destination you're spectating from. Please follow me on TikTok, JoeHart35, and Twitter, NASCHart Inc. That's NASC, like NASCAR, Hart, my last name, and Inc. for Incorporated. Thank you so much. JoeHart, PwD's. NASCHart Inc. Uh-oh, 6:35. What's that, 25 minutes ago? 25 minutes ago? And it's a commercial. I was going to give the, you know what it is. What do we got? Doesn't have the time. Doesn't have the score. It just says live. I don't really ever follow games on. I print that up, but commercial. Unsure of update. Ooh. Unsure of update. UMBC. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What the fuck is that? Sorry. What happened here? Said something about audio. Hello, hello, hello. Please follow me on my 3 Twitter accounts. NASCHart Inc., JoeHart 901, Ray Great Zambini. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Woo, 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 woo. Okay, so what do we have here? 1621. UMBC 16, Howard 23, 10:34 to go. Why the fuck is this doing this? Stop! Maryland, Baltimore County. Whew. I didn't know what that stood for. UMBC 18, Howard 23, 10:09 left in the first half. Woo, woo, woo. Bam, bam. Yeah, this is it's I so easily get really overwhelmed with all this stuff because I'm like, yeah, I need to put something on the screen. Yeah, something real exciting like March Madness. And I'm like, no, I can't. I'm sure there's trademarks and stuff. I'm like, well, I just want to do the schedule. And then I'm like, well, I was having trouble with that. You can't read it. And then the bracket, I would assume I can share the bracket, but that wasn't coming up clearly. So yeah, it's I had wanted to go to I if I was 100%, you know, I hate when people say, to be honest, I hate that because what were you before? If I was going to be honest, or if I would be honest, I forget what the phrase is, but it just irks me because what were you doing otherwise? Were you lying the whole time and then this time you're going to tell the truth? But and there's another word, but I can't think of it. It's like if I would be clear with myself, or if I would be honest with myself, do I think I'm going to hit the road for, March Madness really soon in the next day or two or three? I would say probably not. But if I asked, do I think I'm going to hit the road for any part of March Madness, I probably will. But again, that OCD kicks in. If I miss the first game, why I give up. I mean, there's 2.5 more weeks of stuff. Of, dozens and dozens and dozens of games. Well, 65 times 2, 130 games. Oh, yeah. You got to do. Wait, 68. So 67 times 2. 134 or something. I don't know. A lot of games. So it's 22. Made 4 straight field goals, UMBC, and they have the ball. Ooh, that was a lot of walking. So Michigan plays the winner of Howard and UMBC on Thursday at 7:10 on CBS in the Midwest region. I'm originally from Louisville. Kentucky. So I grew up on basketball, and I grew up on March Madness, and I grew up on a lot of this stuff. I actually went to University of Louisville as one of my many colleges. And I'm pretty smart, but I used to be really smart in math, and everything else I suffered greatly. But I became a tutor at University of Louisville, and it ended up I was tutoring some basketball players, and I tutored the basketball players that won the championship. So U of L, University of Louisville, U of L won in 1980 and 1986. So yeah, I coached the team in 1980, Jeff Hall and those guys. So it was pretty wild. I think I heard a whistle. That probably means it's a timeout. 24-28, 7:43. 24-28, 7:43. 24-28. 24-28, 7:43. 24-28. If I didn't, I'm still gonna forget, but if I didn't repeat this a bunch of times. Oh. Wow, now we're at 21 minutes. Sorry. I forgot about those clips. And I think that's what I'm supposed to say if I want something What happened? I think that's backwards. Oh, okay. That's the right side. So I'm just going to test. So let's clip here. Hello, my name's JoeHart. I'm a person with disabilities, primarily invisible disabilities. I don't have a job, but I do things, mostly online things. If I, golly, boy, I said it earlier in this stream and I was much smoother. 25, 28. And 43 to go. Yeah, I think that's a little too much for me to focus on right now. Like I said, I did a StreamYard recently in the last week or so, somewhere around there. I'm not good with time. And I didn't realize that this was going to happen, but they have a new feature where they, it's not instead of, but you still make your video as long as it is 48 minutes. I think mine was 46 minutes that I made. And this is an hour and 23 so far, and really nothing spectacular has happened yet. But I think I'm mostly waiting in case people show up or anything, and also keep trying those, not overlays, whatever those sharing the screens are. So instead of making people go through your 46-minute video, there's an AI feature that clips part of it, and they're different time frames, but generally, I think they did 8 of them for me. They clipped 8 out of my 56 minutes, and I think they were from 50 seconds to 2 minutes and 2 minutes and 10 seconds or something, were the list of them. So they're shorter, of course, so people don't have to invest as much time, but AI tries to, but I had no idea that was going to happen. So I was more cohesive than I am tonight, but I mean, I wasn't putting anything together. And when I read about it afterwards, it said something about, you can, that will happen, but you can also say, hey, clip this. And then you talk about a topic. I think you can say it afterwards, but I think ideally you say it before, and then you have your recital. You recite for a minute or two, and you say cut, and then that's you don't say cut. People think that's, that wouldn't be a good thing to say, I'm sure. So UMBC's 30, Howard 33 with 5 minutes and 42 seconds to go. So there's a lot of big old boys knocking each other around. They don't mess around. They go right to the basket. Woo, woo, woo. All right. I keep forgetting that the time is already an hour and 28 minutes. And the people I invited, I'm not currently in their life. So they weren't looking for a message from me, and they didn't plan on a message from me, and they weren't looking to put any time of their life into my life. So I think I might head out. And I'm nervous. Now, when I did that thing, and it was fairly recently, I think it was in May. I'm pretty certain it was in May. And when I was done with that AI thing, it said 1 of 2 are done. And when I read about it, it sounded like you get 2 per month, I think. Might be 2 per week, but this is the free plan. So I think you get 2 per month. Well, I just happened to read it tonight, which, there are times with my LCD, I'm operating at 85, 90, 95% efficiency. And then there's other times like now that I'm operating at 30 or 35 or 40% efficiency. So I didn't check it really clear and read it very clear, but I think it said 0 of 2 have been used. So I don't know why it reset, because I know I'm so sure. I don't know for sure, but I'm so sure it was in March. I think I said May last time, but I'm so sure it was in March that should have been 1, and then I should have 1 left. So I don't know why it went back to 0. Maybe because they're so lousy, they want to give me another chance. But no, I'm sure that's not the reason. But so anyway, free queso. Free handcrafted guac, free all day. Qdoba has free guac. I mean, that doesn't mean you can get 5 pounds of it, does it? I love guac, and it's always extra, and that's a pain in the butt. They're showing 2 statues, and they look fake, but then, those fake statues in the New York park, and people make fun of them or sit on their lap or grab their cane, and the person jumps and they move. It's scary. So I'm waiting for them to move, but I think they're pretty metallic. I think they're pretty fair, but no way I will know. I'm not there. 30, 36. 30? 36. Oh, goddamn. $4.57. $4.57. UMBC. Oh, you missed the first shot. UMBC's at the line. Number 14, Jose Roberto Tanchin. Missed both of them. 30, 36, 4.57. Okay, guys, I'm going to head out. I'm going to try to find out what those free things are going to do for me. I apologize for being as rusty as I am. But I hope to keep plotting and improving and things like that. So, and I usually sign off the way I sign on, but goodbye. I'm Joe Hart. I'm a person with disabilities, primarily invisible disabilities. I live in Vermont. I don't have a job. I'm disabled. I'm on a fixed income. But I do many things, mostly online kind of stuff. If I did one thing, which I do not, but if I did one thing, I would be an advocate for disabilities or an advocate for invisible disabilities. And in that aspect of my life, I'm pretty selfish. So a lot of it is self-advocacy, but I, have and will advocate for anybody that asks for help about disabilities and stuff. And I have, but like I said, my quirks and idiosyncrasies, which is what I call my disabilities, kind of got lost most of my life. And so I think there's reasons that I'm real selfish now. I want to take care of that. I want to be able to get, full access to life and have available what is supposed to be available to all humans, but some people don't get it. But so yeah, that's what I would probably do for a while there. I forgot the number is never accurate, but anyway. So that was probably my to-do or my goodbye. But thank you very much. I hope to see others in different streams. And that's it. Okay. Well, let's see here. So what do we do here? All right. See you later. Take care. Wait.